Oh, nearly hitting that car there.
Yeah, certainly we're seeing a lot more traffic here. It looks like, what is that? I thought maybe that was a school or something here, but certainly some more people on the roadway. It's right at that prime time, 9 a.m. And there's a school right there. You can see some pedestrians that are still out.
Oh, here we
making a sharp
go.
turn
Boom.
there, making contact with that driver there just outside of the school. We're north of Avenue J on a smaller street here, continuing northbound. And yeah, just another car that was affected here during this pursuit. We've seen a couple of crashes during the duration of this pursuit. One including a black and white unit from the LAPD or the Sheriff's Department wasn't able to see which agency was involved, but certainly at least one black and white involved in a crash. And now we hear westbound again was in the center lane there for a moment there, cutting across, making a sharp turn here. Now southbound. '30th Street west from Lancaster Boulevard, and you can see there's a school right here, so it's going around this school. It looks like to be a high school here near Lancaster Boulevard. And we have at least one black and white that's behind, possibly the Sheriff's Department. Directly behind this, possible stolen F-150, making a sharp turn there. Now we are eastbound. 35th Street west, about 55 miles an hour. Seeing more people here on the road, almost opposite lanes here. Oh, yep, there he goes, okay. Ooh, nearly missing the Sheriff's Department there. Now northbound again on 32nd Street west from Avenue J. So he's back on that street where he crashed into that white car. Now up on the sidewalk through the parking lot. I don't know if there's really an easy way out of here. He could have boxed himself in here. Let's see if the Sheriff's Department can block off these exits. Oh. No, he's going to make his way out.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, now we are back out onto the small street here, and he's back off to the races here, southbound, 32nd Street west. All right, now he's blocked.
He's basically, as we get the signal. Oh, all right. Oh, man. The truck's coming apart. He's damaging other vehicles, one after another. Looks like he threw something from the vehicle as well.
Yeah, well, there's lots of things in the back of the truck that are flying out. You got partially the front end that's also shattered along the roadway. Those motorists just, they weren't moving. He was trying to shove his way through two cars, but he had no luck, so ended up backing out down on the major here. And let's see, we'll widen out here. And it looks like some of the black and white units have backed off, or at least they're having a little bit of a tougher time trying to get out of that traffic to try and intercept this white F-150 once again. But this guy clearly showing all attempts to try and get away here, has no intention of stopping, regardless of what the obstruction is. And we're at 40th Street south here, slowing down here, maybe disabled, possibly looking for a spot to run from the truck. Let's see here. We're not sure if this truck is disabled, but you can see the black and whites have caught up here, so we have at least 4 units from the Sheriff's Department. Oh, there we go. We saw one person jump out, going through a backyard here in a residential area. Okay, Sheriff are now out on foot. I don't know. Maybe that's the only person in the car. Maybe David can keep an eye on that white F-150. Let me know if anybody else decides to run from that truck. But so we believe this is the driver of that F-150, now on foot in a residential area here. I'll try and get you a locator here in just a moment as we start. Let's see. I believe he's tucked in here, possibly by the boat on the side of the home here. So he did hop the wall. We'll see a Sheriff's Department if they're going to make their way around into this cul-de-sac here. Frank and Jess, let me know if you still have the signal.
We do. We still see the signal. We have not seen that suspect emerge from that location, as you said, right near the boat, between the homes. There's the wall there, a pool, 2 pools in the back. But as far as we know, that's where that person is hiding. That person did not emerge. You had a clear shot for us throughout this. So if the deputies focus on that area between the 2 homes, they will probably find the suspect.
Yeah, we're trying to listen to the airship. The last sight they had was near this boat on the side of the house. Now we're hearing possibly northbound. So if that put him northbound, then he may have hopped the wall here. So bear with us here as we're trying to. This suspect, who was last seen wearing looked like some blue jeans, brown long sleeve T-shirt, and was seen hopping through backyards here. So the sheriff's department still has this section closed off here. So you can see they have a perimeter set up around this cul-de-sac here, where that scanning through the yards here to see if we can find where he could be hiding, while the sheriff's department also continues to move in. They could unit making some tight circles overhead, so they are doing their best. Okay, let's see here. We're getting a little bit of chatter. Same yard, you think? Same yard? Okay. Okay, so we believe he's still on the same property. We're trying to make our way around here. There's a spa cover. That looks like it could be it. So he might be still in the backyard of this home. And Sheriff's Department is going to just basically keep converging onto this one. There he is there.
There he is.
Okay, so the air unit's got pretty good sight now. We do. So, okay, he's making his way back over onto the side yard. And we'll see if he decides to hop this block wall. He's got looks to be a cell phone, so we'll be careful as to what we share here.
Well, let's hope the folks who live in that home have their doors locked and are aware of what's happening here. The sheriff's deputies will get this person, and if he doesn't give up soon, they'll just release a canine, and that will probably encourage him to stop fleeing.
Yeah, he's put himself in a position where it's going to be very difficult for him to get away. He's basically in the confines of this backyard. Sheriff's Department already has the area perimeter. They have a perimeter around this area. The area unit clearly has eyes on him. He has no vehicle at this point, so it's going to be making his way out towards the front. We'll see if the Sheriff's Department is out here in the cul-de-sac. Okay, now he's running across the street into another, okay, oh, there he is. Law enforcement hopping another wall here.
Yeah. Where are authorities at the end of the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, well, they're on all 4 corners of this block here. So the area, as you can see, so as he's making his way hopscotching through the backyards, he's now going from street to street. So so they're having to continue. You can see the neighborhood here. So he's going from one cul-de-sac to another, and you can see they're just we got more and more units arriving here. Cover more of the area at a given time now. He's going to have very little space to go anywhere without running into a black and white here, a sheriff's deputy, maybe LAPD's down here, maybe CHP, but we do know there are multiple black and whites, including the airship, that are here. So we'll try and get eyes on him once again. He's cutting his way through the backyards.
And this is a suspect who is, again, wanted for carjacking, we've seen it with our own eyes. What was the last been responsible for all sorts of property damage. Hopefully no one has been injured in this process, but has no regard for anyone in the public, and the Sheriff's Department moving in to take this person into custody.
There's
so
video
it sounds like the air unit has pretty good eyes on a good sense of where he's at. You can see some of the sheriff deputies looking over this block wall into this area. There's lots of trees and bushes here, so he may have found a way to tuck himself in. And then, of course, we are looking from up here in the Sky 5, but he was right in this. Let's see, what do we got here? We got more deputies, so they are now in the multiple backyards in this neighborhood, trying to locate where this guy might be hiding, maybe in the bushes. We haven't heard anything about him making his way into a home, so that's some good news.
And the deputies have to be incredibly careful here. They're assuming this person is armed. You know, they do not know if this person is just trying to run away or there's a dog. I don't know if it's a canine or just the family dog, but they don't know if this person is simply trying to flee or will try to shoot it out as they're escaping. But maybe that dog was a Sheriff's Department canine, because those are very persuasive dogs with these suspects who often give up very quickly once they have a police dog with its jaws around its leg, the person's leg. And we don't know if that is the case here or if that was just, again, a family dog. But the Sheriff's Department folks now have their guns drawn as they move around these backyards. And we are in Lancaster in the Antelope Valley, where this pursuit began in Los Angeles, and the Foothill Division went over the mountains and down into the Antelope Valley, and now we're in Lancaster.
Yeah, Frank, he's really found a spot to tuck in, so everybody's trying to find him from the air and the ground. But, you know, last time we saw, he was within this cluster of homes, and it would be very difficult for him to make his way out of these cluster of homes without being seen, especially from up top. You can see they're making their way through the gazebo, through the bushes. You can see they were checking all those hammocks that were hung on the balcony. You know, as to the dog we saw earlier in the neighboring yard, I believe that was just you know, a family dog that was in the backyard, looked a little smaller than what, you know, a canine would be. And we haven't heard the deployment of a canine just yet. Oftentimes the canine will be basically on a leash by the Sheriff's Department unless they have a good sense of where he's at and they need to deploy the canine. But other than that, the canine generally would be on a leash. And so we're continuing to look through the homes here. He's really found a place to tuck in. There's many more trees and bushes here. And again, we don't know if he's managed to make his way into a home. Hopefully all these sliders, all these windows, all these doors are locked. If anybody hears the Sheriff's Department, if anybody lives in these cul-de-sacs, you certainly want to do so. You certainly want to lock everything up. Make sure, and if you see anything suspicious, get on the phone to the Sheriff's Department. Let them know that you're hearing something on your property. If you see anything, maybe you're not home, you're watching this pursuit. If you see anything on your Ring cameras or any of your surveillance cameras, that could be beneficial for the Sheriff's Department. It looks like they're all kind of getting together, a little tighter huddle. Maybe they have a better sense of which yard he's in. Again, even the air unit is trying to locate where this guy went. We saw him hopping through multiple backyards before going under some trees and bushes, and he has been hard to locate since. But last seen within this cluster of homes, between these two cul-de-sacs, lots of sheriff deputies here. I've seen at least a dozen here, so plenty of manpower here by the Sheriff's Department as they'll continue to canvass through these yards, and we'll try and get a hold.
Rich, we're hearing.
Okay, we're hearing now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're hearing now they may have located and he's in custody, so we're trying to locate that now. So bear with us here. We're on the radios here talking with the authorities here to see if we can get a sense of where he is. Also the police scanners, which have appeared to have gone quiet at this point. So give us just a few minutes here and we'll try and locate that suspect for you.
Interesting, you know, looking at this cul-de-sac here, and there was a moment where we thought they knew exactly where he was, but so many places to hide. But as we've heard, and you mentioned as well, Rich, it appears
there he is there.
That they've got him, and right in front of the patrol car here, in handcuffs. So thankfully, this neighborhood can now take a sigh of relief that they've got this guy in custody.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, they've cleared the truck, so it was just this one person that was left within the vehicle. We saw one person that had ran from the passenger side in the Palmdale area. We heard another passenger had ran out somewhere in the San Fernando Valley, maybe in the Sunland area. So they did know there were at multiple people within the car at one point, possibly armed. We don't know if they recovered any firearms, but yeah, good news here. Sheriff's deputies have got their man.
Rich, we appreciate the work and the work of the LA County Sheriff's Department and the LAPD bringing this suspect into custody, who, if convicted, will face a number of years in prison. 8:55, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back.